All right, we got the Peerless lineup. The score today was the newest that we got, the Peerless Double Oak. So we'll be doing an uncorking of that along with a Peerless Bourbon, which we've had before. This is a new bottle though because the other one has been killed on the shelf, along with a Peerless single barrel that I got back in the fall from the distillery called Alpine Summer. So we will have the Peerless single barrel Alpine Summer, the brand new bottle just picked up today up at the distillery in Louisville, Kentucky, the Peerless Double Oak, and we'll go ahead and compare that and do an uncorking of a new bottle of your regular Peerless small batch bourbon. So that's what we're gonna do tonight, Bourbon Quest. Ha ha! See, boom! Ha ha! Welcome, Bourbon Quest. It's your host, Bourbon Steve, here on another episode of Bourbon Quest. So I just got back this evening. Left out early this morning at around 6 a.m. and went to Kentucky to do a little bourbon questing. And we were on a bourbon quest. So had a few things I was looking for. I'll have that video up in the next day or two, but I did get one find that I've been in search of. So this will be talking about the new Peerless. Well, I guess it was actually released last fall, but it's still not hit Tennessee yet. And so I've been looking for that and still hadn't hit Tennessee, so I went to Kentucky to get one for my damn self. And so this did pick this one up at the Kentucky Peerless Distilling Company DSP KY 50. So not only will we be doing an uncorking, but this is an unbagging because it came from the distillery in the little bag that they give you there. So, all right, let's go ahead and let you take a look at that. That is the Peerless Double Oak. Hell yeah. So we're gonna get to this. You can go watch the video. We did hit a bunch of other distilleries. Really struck out on everything. Actually, I take that back. There were some things that I ended up passing on. Yeah, so if you want to see about that, what I passed on at Heaven Hill, and then I'll talk about what I passed on at Maker's Mark, and then there was a few other distilleries that really didn't have anything that you couldn't already find on the shelf available. But we were able to pick up the Peerless Double Oak, so I'm super stoked about that. So let's get into them. So we're gonna have two uncorkings tonight, just because my first bottle of Peerless regular bourbon has been killed, and so this is the backup bottle. So we're gonna uncork this thing, so bear with me while I get through this. Sometimes they don't want you to get into these things. It seems to be one of those occasions. Alright, I think we got it. Alright, so this is your regular Peerless small batch bourbon. So it is a fresh bottle, so pause for cork pop. America! Hell yeah! Gorgeous bottle. That's one thing I like about the Peerless, is they got a nice bottle, nice cork. Of course, they charge a pretty penny for them, so at least you get something there for your money. And the bourbon's good too. We'll deal with that later. Let's just get into the glass. So this is your regular Peerless small batch bourbon that you should be able to readily find. Oh, that's a new bottle, so we will be doing a pour into the overflow infinity here. It'll catch up with the others eventually. Alright, infinity pour. Alright, so there's your regular Peerless bourbon, and then the one that we picked up today, this is Peerless Double Oak Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. It comes in at 107.9 proof. Let's see, Double Oak bourbon whiskey, twice barreled in new oak, non-chilled, filtered, strictly sweet mash, no water added, barrel proof. Hell yeah. I don't know if the regular one, I got this one at the distillery. I don't know if the regular one that is available in some retail shops is barrel proof. I guess they are barrel proof, because even this is barrel proof. The regular small batch bourbon is the 108.1 proof, and it also has on the back here non-chilled filter, sweet, strictly sweet mash whiskey, no water added, barrel proof. Okay, so they're not watering any of these things down. That's fantastic. But and you are dealing with, you know, a sweet mash, so they're not doing a sour mash where they're taking part of it and adding on to that. Came off a lot better. So here you go, Bourbon Quest. Another uncorking after the unbagging of the Peerless Double Oak. Hell yeah. Cork pop. Man. Smells good. Alright, so I'm going to pour into the glass. There's that. And then of course this is a brand new bottle, so we'll go into the infinity pour to the overflow bottle. Alright, now we got that out of the way. Fantastic. That's our double oak. And then this one has been open for a little while now. This is the single barrel, 112.4 proof. It is Alpine Summer with natural notes of evergreen and clover honey. Again, non-chill filter, strictly sweet mash, barrel proof, no water added. Each single barrel of Peerless Bourbon whiskey holds a complexity that elevates the quality of these unique bottles. Distilled, bottled, and aged on the banks of the Ohio River, this bourbon is the definition of Kentucky. And Reggie, this is just the double oak. Read that one. And then on the regular bourbon, with an unparalleled 100-year history, we preserve the quality surpassed by none. Peerless caliber standards set by ancestor Henry Craver. This rich and mellow small batch bourbon is distilled, bottled, and aged in Louisville, Kentucky Bourbon District. So, yeah, all right. So we got all those particulars out of the way there. And, yeah. So, you know, while I was at the distillery, you know, gentlemen were very nice. Wish I had more time to spend there, but I was kind of in a hurry trying to hit a bunch of places. They had it was called the single barrel bourbon offering there at the distillery today was called Cinnamon Sidecar. Probably regret not getting that one, but you know, wasn't sure what the rest of the day was going to have. Funds are not unlimited, so sometimes I was going to make some decisions. And since I already had this Alpine Summer, which I think is extremely good, I passed on the other single barrel, the Cinnamon Sidecar, in favor of getting this double oak, which I've been searching for, which is nice because it's got the oak cork, the oak topping on the cork, whereas the others had the brass. So it's a nice little distinguishing double oak. Nice. All right, so let's get into it, Bourbon Quest. So you got your regular Peerless bourbon. So let's start with that. Just sweet. Definitely get that oak, cinnamon, caramel, vanilla. Definitely get cinnamon and caramel, vanilla. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. Wow. I mean, you get that sweetness, but it has a little bit more spice in it than from what I remember. Definitely get some black pepper and spice along with that. Get some butterscotch and vanilla, caramel. Some more of that oak on the nose. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. Yeah, and that cinnamon, apple, a little bit of cherry there too. Very nice. Remember, stay hydrated, my friends. So feel free to leave in the comments what's been going on in your Bourbon Quest. Like I said, this is what I've been hunting for last several months or whatever since I first found out about it. Still has not hit Tennessee, so don't know outside of Kentucky what kind of distribution there is on that yet. I know it's supposed to be coming to my state here in the near future. Got some inside information on that, but it's still yet to hit anywhere as far as my knowledge goes. And again, even today, well, I try to usually hit some liquor stores on the way back, but man, it was a long day. Left out at 6 a.m. and was already tired, and really funds were a little bit limited at this point, and so just decided I would have been interesting to see if I would have saw a Peerless Double Oak at, you know, because typically when I come back I try to hit 3 or 4 different liquor stores, but I didn't do that today, so it'll be interesting to see what you know about the availability either in Kentucky or the state that you're in. All right, so let's get into the one that we're primarily here for tonight, and that is this Double Oak. You definitely get the oak on there. Oak and plenty of caramel and chocolate. Very nice. It's not overly oaky in my opinion. I like that. Let's go try to see what the palate says. That's pretty damn good. You know, sometimes things can get over oaked or too much oak in my opinion, but this is like right there on what I think a great double oak should be. We have to do another video at some point and compare it to Old Forester 1910 and Woodford Double Oak. But because I think this will stand up really well against both of those. And this is, you know, maybe actually with it being a neck pour, it might actually get a little bit more with airtime, might overpower. Right now it's perfect in my opinion. Not disappointed with this at all. I was afraid I might be. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. Yeah, you definitely get that rich oak flavor, and then I get some dark chocolate, black pepper, touch of caramel, a little bit of butterscotch here on the back end. That's freaking delicious. I'm very happy with that. That is a big thumbs up right now. Hopefully, you know, most of the time I think airtime's bourbon's good. We'll see. I think it's the perfect amount of oakiness on this double oak where it is right now. I'm hoping that the airtime doesn't, you know, exacerbate that and make it over the top in my opinion, but we'll see. But right now it's freaking fantastic. I am very happy with that. Stay hydrated, my friends. So yeah, if you get a chance, my recommendation is pick that up. It's very good. All right, I want to go back. Been meaning to go back to this Alpine Summer at some point too. This is a single barrel I got back last fall. Man, you get that clover and that honey and vanilla caramel. Very nice. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. Oh. Man, that is so good. I'm about to go back and look and see. No, I'm pretty sure I opened it last year. I don't know why I didn't put that in there for Whiskey of the Year, or did I? I have to go back and look at the notes. Because that's freaking delicious. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. Very good. I mean, trust me, I was on the search for that double oak, but man, next time I get up there, I'm gonna pick up another single barrel pick there at the distillery. Unfortunately, I've not seen. Let me know if you've seen any stores do a single barrel store pick. I'm sure that I know that there's a program. I'm sure somebody has done it. I just haven't seen any information or reviews on it. But because I remember the last time I was there, I talked to the gentleman. They do have a single barrel program. Obviously, they didn't do it at the distillery. They'll be glad to take a liquor store's money, I'm sure. I talked to a couple of liquor store owners that I know locally here in Knoxville and mentioned it. They didn't seem to have quite the interest, which I think they're missing the boat on that. Granted, I know that those can be, even at the distillery, I think they run anywhere from 120 to 150 depending on the variables and stuff there. And I get it, that's a pretty hefty price for some store owners, but listen, now it would be the first one. It would sell. I mean, granted, you got to put a little cash up front there, but you'll make your money back on it if you decide to do it. So I'm hoping somebody in Knoxville does it, but if not, I'll go elsewhere to find it. I'd love to get an actual store pick, but in the meantime, as long as the distillery is putting out the single barrels, next time I'm up there, I will try and pick one of those up, because I wish I'd been able to do that today, because that cinnamon sidecar sounded really freaking amazing. And they didn't offer, and I didn't ask to taste it. Maybe I should have, but I was kind of in a hurry, and I didn't want to be rude, because I honestly, unless it was just gonna smack you in the back of your tongue, mind-blowing experience, I probably wouldn't have bought one just based upon. Now, obviously, if it was the greatest thing I ever had, I could have found a way to do it. But being as it is, funds were a little bit limited at the current time, so I didn't think it was fair to ask to taste when I was 90% sure I wouldn't buy it even after tasting it. And I didn't. Even if I thought that and I had time to talk and engage a little bit more, which sometimes having to drive as far as I do and everything, and having to get back this evening doesn't allow some of the opportunities that I would like. Maybe that'll change in the future, but that is where it is right now. But absolutely, this is freaking fantastic. If you can get a Peerless single barrel, let me know if you know of any comments on that, or store picks that you're familiar with, or different expressions than the Alpine Summer, or especially if you've had that cinnamon sidecar, which is the one that was currently available at the distillery today here at the very end of March, 1st of April. I'd be interested to know that. But man, this double oak is really, really good. So I highly recommend that, along with, I recommend their whole line. Now, I've heard really good things about their rye. I admit I have not had the Peerless rye. I'm sure it's freaking fantastic. I just, haven't gone down that road with spending that kind of money on an expression that I'm just not over the top with. I'm willing to do it on the bourbon, just not on the rye, unless I just know for sure. Anyways, that's a different story. But this double oak, it's fantastic. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. Let me know what you think about this. Man, it's the perfect oak note on that. Really, really is. And I'm not, I don't like it overly oaked, but this is perfect. Oh, that would go great with a good cigar, a Maduro. Alright, that's going to wrap up this video. I hope you found it informative, informational. Definitely love the whole Peerless bourbon lineup. I get thumbs up across the board from me on those. So let me know what you think, Bourbon Quest. If you've yet to do so, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Doesn't cost anything, helps me and the channel out. You can ring a bell for notifications. That way you don't miss a single video whenever we do something like this, and a new expression, a new bottle, and let you know what's out there and what's available. And trust me, if it wasn't good, I would tell you, because there has been some of those for sure. But this is not one of them. This is really good, so I highly recommend it. If you like the content and the information I'm bringing you, please smash that like button. That gets it out to more people, helps the YouTube algorithms, and let me know your comments in the comment section on these. But the Peerless Double Oak is a thumbs up from Bourbon Steve here on Bourbon Quest. Woohoo! And go watch those other videos. Whew. Oh, I got something exciting coming in the next week or two, so you'll want to stay tuned for that too. A little inside peek at something. You'll have to wait and see, so hit that subscribe button, that way you don't miss anything. Alright, Double Oak, double thumbs up. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. Speaking of cigar, I will have another pour of this and go smoke a Alec Bradley Blind Faith. How about that? Alright, and as always, Bourbon Quest, hey, I spent all day in Kentucky, went to a lot of different places, passed on a couple things. At the end of the day, I came home with one bottle, but it was worth it for me. And my wish for you is that all your Bourbon Quest dreams come true. See you next time, Bourbon Quest. That's a wrap. Double O, double thumbs up.